Hello and welcome back to The Slice Show. This is the 29th episode of The Slice Show. My name is Joey and I'm here with two of my best friends, Adrian, yo, and Tyler.
What's up?
We're here in Hope Sound, Florida, and today we're going to be talking about all things sports. Some crazy stuff has been happening in sports lately.
Especially today.
Yeah. The other day, we'll just start with this, get it out the way. The other day, Tiger Woods unfortunately got into a car accident. Obviously, all prayers going to him and his family for a speedy recovery. I heard that he had a compound fracture in his lower right leg, I believe, which that means that the bone went through the skin. So hopefully everything's all well. Hopefully he'll be able to get back to full strength. I would love to see him try to golf again. I don't know if that's going to be possible. Hopefully it is.
Personally, I don't think so.
I was about to say, just because of everything he's already been going through with his back and with all that stuff, it was already hard for him to get back to the point to where he was. So hopefully we'll be able to see it again, but
Because he just went through a recent back surgery.
that's what
didn't he?
exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like he was just able to get back to where he was, like golfing wise and stuff like that within the last 3 years.
It was like no like cause of the accident was like released yet.
They're still looking into it.
They did rule out alcohol though.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't under
Which
the influence.
I was about to say, which I didn't really think it was going to be alcohol just because of the fact that it was like 10 in the morning.
He would say it was like the middle of the day.
It's like no, it was 7 a.m. I think it was.
Yeah. Okay. Word.
Because I was watching. We were watching the Genesis Invitational.
Yeah.
And he was, he had the courtesy car and everything like that. And
Yeah.
this breaking news, like in the golf shop while I was there, was Tiger got into a crash.
Yeah. But like I said, hopefully we're sending prayers. Hopefully everything comes back good. Hopefully he comes back full recovery. If he
You got
golfs
the Tiger
again,
hat on too.
of course I had to throw it out. Throw out the red shirt. It's not Sunday, but this is when we're recording. So yeah. Anyways, moving on to some lighter news. The NFL has been going a little crazy lately.
I would say off season is full swing.
Yeah.
And in an unpredictable way, in my opinion, with all this quarterback news.
Yeah. I mean, J.J. Watt got released.
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Texans continue showing that they are probably one of the worst franchises in the NFL.
I mean, but do you blame them though? Like, of course, that sounds stupid. That sounds really stupid that I would say, do you blame them for releasing J.J.
But
Watt?
he doesn't want to be there.
I was about to say, but think about it. He doesn't want to be there. He's a lot of money on cap space. I'm pretty sure he was owed over $20 million next year.
Yeah, he was paid.
I was about to say, so like on top of that, also, they just came off of a COVID season. So it's like they're not going to be getting as much money in revenue wise as they normally would because they don't have any fans. So it's like there's not as much money coming in. This is one of your highest paid people, and he doesn't want to be there. And you just brought in a new regime, new GM, new head coach, new everything. So those guys are going to sit down and go like, all right, bet. What can we do to make this our own team, clear up money that the old regime has in bad places? Not necessarily bad places, but you get my point. And then, like I said, you look at a guy who's getting paid that much money, who doesn't even want to be there. It's kind of like, all right, word, you're going to try to trade him. But any trade that they tried, I guarantee you, wasn't in their favor. They were going to have to pick up a lot of the contract probably and get what they didn't want in return.
That's very true.
I was about to say it's the same reason we see Deshaun still in Houston, because they're sitting there, they're asking for the bag for him. They don't want to trade him.
Let's say they're not even answering calls. That's the report that came out today.
Yeah, but you saw that he went up to the new head coach and straight up said like, "Yeah, I'm not playing for Houston next year."
He tried to sit down with him and have like a cordial conversation with Deshaun, and Deshaun like literally reiterated it, just like, "Nah, dude, no interest in being here."
Yeah, so we'll see if they do anything with him. But I mean, with JJ,
With the old and with the new.
I was about to say, but with JJ, it's very interesting because now obviously like we talked about, I can't remember if it was on pod or not. There's obviously all these teams now that are in the J.J. Watt sweepstakes.
And the fans, you saw the thing by Bleacher Report, how he tweeted out.
I was about to get to that. So obviously Pittsburgh is a big team that like people are trying to say, oh, he's going to go to Pittsburgh, blah, 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 because his brothers are there. Makes sense. That going into it was the one team that I had him going to just because of the brother connection. Both of his brothers are already there. So it's not like, we're going to go team up with one and then we got to get the other one there. Like, J.J. Watt is the other one. The other two are already teamed up.
And in Pittsburgh, he would be playing for a winner unless the off season unfolds different. For them.
Yeah. I was about to say Juju isn't on contract right now. He's a free agent.
And then Big Ben is technically not back yet.
I was about to say they're open for it, but it's not. Nothing's confirmed yet. I'm pretty sure.
If things go to plan and they acquire J.J. Watt, that team will be scary again.
Yeah. And then the Green Bay Packers hometown team. It's what he grew up watching. I'm pretty sure it's the where he went to college, Wisconsin. Yep. So it's like there's that one, and they're a contender also.
Better contender in my opinion.
Yeah,
that's the one I want him to go to. They need him,
and it's the one I don't want him to go to. Obviously,
they need an interior guy.
But and then there's Cleveland, which he came out and said that he'd be okay with going to Cleveland, I guess, and that's why like that one's a big that one's a big rumor because I guess he doesn't want to play with his brothers, I guess, but it's a way where he would be able to play them twice a year. Like he'd be able to see them like a lot.
So he doesn't want to play with them.
I don't know. I don't know that for a fact.
That's a really weird take.
Yeah.
Like, why is that weird? I mean, that'd be kind of hard to manage 3 brothers.
I mean, no. I don't think just because they're brothers, it's like anything different to manage.
And Derek's on offense too. He's a fullback on offense. It's not like Derek's another.
Being an older brother myself, I never want to be in the same team playing pickup with Damon. We'll just argue the entire time.
I mean, but in that aspect, like if you're a problem, like they'll just ship you. Like it's a business.
No, right. Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna be a problem. I mean, just more like probably JJ's being like, "Yo, TJ, you're doing this wrong, this and that," and TJ being like, "Listen, bro, I don't care." Blah blah blah.
I mean, like, I could see it. I mean, I think
they're just gonna bump heads more.
We've seen brothers play together though, like all the time, in my opinion. So
but
I think
three's a little much.
The holidays, not the holidays.
No, they'll be the first 3
trio
to play on one team together.
Oh yeah, we've had 2 brothers play one brother.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And then another team that like obviously was in the sweepstakes before, but wasn't really like crazy solidified until what you were about to talk about with what JJ was tweeting is the Bills. That was another team where it's like, oh, the Bills are interested, stuff like that. They're contenders, so I'm sure JJ would be interested. But then JJ went out and tweeted, the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. Just randomly. That was it. He just said the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell.
People were going nuts.
And people linked it together with, what was it, like a mitochondria research company?
Yeah,
is located in Buffalo, New York.
The biggest research center for it is in Buffalo, or like research started in Buffalo or something that.
It's something to connect it to Buffalo, New York, saying that he's sending cryptic texts.
I mean, other than that, the next best one was like the next best one was like the person that started the research for mitochondria was from Dallas. JJ Watt confirmed to Cowboys.
And then somebody tweeted out, "There's a C in mitochondria, Cleveland." Yeah, like C stands for Cleveland. Like,
yeah, people were just kind of making all these fucking stretches for JJ Watt.
But and then there was another thing that he tweeted recently.
It's a picture of him pointing at his brother.
Is it?
Yeah, it's JJ pointing at TJ at a coin flip or something like that.
Do you think that he'll go to the Bills? Do you think that's like what? Do you think that he was sending a cryptic message?
I feel like JJ has a comedic side to him, so I feel like he is just kind of fucking with people. If I'm being completely honest.
But did you see the reports about there's a contract that has been offered to him that's worth like 15 to 17 mil a year?
By no one disclosed?
No one disclosed yet, but there's a rumor that there's a contract that has been offered to him.
That's fat.
I'm trying to think of who has a lot of cap space out of what contender has $17 million that they can just throw to someone.
I don't know.
That's the question. I mean, like that's what answers your question.
Yeah,
he's not going to go to the Jags.
The Bills would be dirty with JJ Watt.
They need a rusher.
That defense would be even more insane than it already was.
Yeah, I don't want him in the AFC East.
Yeah, now you see how it feels. Exactly. I don't want him on the Packers, bro.
So why don't we just sign him? Why don't the Dolphins just sign him?
Nah, he doesn't. No one wants to come to Miami, dude. Deshaun,
it doesn't make sense, honestly.
But yeah, it doesn't make sense for him to even come down to Miami.
No, I'm saying it doesn't. No, I'm saying it doesn't make
sense.
sense why people don't want to go to Miami. It doesn't make sense to me.
Oh, it doesn't make sense why people don't want to go.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
How you were just saying people don't want to come to Miami. I said, I know, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it makes 0 sense. No state income tax. It's a beautiful outfit.
That, and especially now, like a
12
couple
months
years
out of the
ago,
year.
sure. A couple years ago when everything was on a downward trend, like Miami was starting to lose more, players were starting to leave, people were complaining, the old coach was still there. Like, yeah, that makes sense. Sure, don't want to go to Miami. I can understand that. But like,
we're on the up and up.
I was about to say, now you guys are starting to win more. You guys just barely missed the playoffs.
Fuck
you
that.
guys have a good coaching system in place, a good coaching staff. Like Tyler said, there's no state income tax here. Miami's a big city. It's probably it's like what, top 3, top 4 in the United States.
Yeah, I'd love a JJ Watt, but I don't think he'd fit. Like,
You don't think so?
No. Like, I don't.
Imagine seeing him in a teal jersey.
Like,
It's
yeah,
so
like
weird.
I would say, like you can plug JJ Watt. I feel like into any defense, obviously.
Oh,
it'll work.
100%.
But-
I mean, that's the caliber of player he's at.
Yeah, but like making the like $17 million for him, I don't think it's
Think
worth it.
another Nanamagatsu situation?
Yeah, like he'll give us a good year, but I think like regardless of what he gives us, we're gonna be overpaying that. Like 17 mil. That's a
Well,
fuck
I mean,
ton.
we're kind of famous for overpaying. So
Well, that's what I mean. It'd be Ndamukong Suh.
wouldn't be shocked if that 17
Like-
mil offer was from the Dolphins.
We don't have a whole lot of cap to play with this offseason
Who do we
compared
really
to
have?
what
Who,
like
who are
consuming.
we paying a lot?
We have like the 2 highest paid corners in the
I
league.
forget. Yeah.
Like-
My bad.
We're shoveling-
I was looking at offense.
We're
My bad,
shoveling
my bad.
almost $40 million
Yeah.
away a year just for 2 corners, but I mean it paid off.
Hey, it paid off.
And
big
then,
time, bro. It's
so
the only
then
reason why we won.
Speaking of players going to new teams, there is a new player in the whole trade circle right now that hasn't officially requested a trade yet.
Yeah, this came
But
out of nowhere.
Seattle
Yeah, I figured
with
you were
Russell
gonna...
Wilson has not asked for a trade officially yet, but he has said 4 teams that he would be okay with being traded to if he were to be traded. And those teams were the Raiders, the Cowboys, the Saints, and the Bears.
Wow.
Those are the 4 teams he said he'd be okay with being traded to.
I mean, it makes sense. They're all contenders. Like, if I'm being honest, except
Dallas?
Dallas with Russell Wilson's a contender.
Yeah, I can
Like-
see that. Didn't their O-line like take a fucking like
I mean, it doesn't.
huge downgrade though?
I mean, as long as they have Zach Martin and
Word.
Tyron Smith,
Word.
he'll be fine. It's better than he's gotten in Seattle.
He
ever.
needs to go to
Okay.
a good line, though.
like.
If 'cause the moment he's protected is the moment he's MVP.
But I say that's what I mean. If the Cowboys can like get it together and add like one more piece to that O line, like it did take a hit, but if they have Tyron and if they have Zach, that's
Yeah.
all they need. Because like with Justin Britt and fucking like AQ Shipley,
Yeah.
at like backup, Russell Wilson was taking teams to the playoffs. Like I can't imagine if he had the best right guard. Arguably, Zach Martin is the best right guard in the league.
And then would you assume that if Russell were to go down to Dallas, Dak would go up to Seattle? That would be the trade, do you think, with like a couple picks probably?
I would assume so, and
Like
that
a
would,
sign and trade? They'd give Dak the bag maybe and then send him up to Seattle.
yeah, I wouldn't know how that would work because Dak just got the fucking franchise tag
And he's
Yeah.
and he's coming off an injury too.
a gruesome
Yeah.
injury.
Now what about Las Vegas? Russell Wilson in Las Vegas.
See,
I would assume Derek Carr would be in Seattle.
yeah, no, that one
then-
makes more sense.
And then does that make sense for us though, going down to Vegas?
Gruden.
Yeah, I was about to say Gruden. Obviously, like
I mean,
Like
Yeah.
he gets a pretty good coach, but he already has that in Pete Carroll. in my
right, but like,
Yeah, but
Gruden's like the
I was about to
quarterback
say,
coach,
but this is
you know what I mean?
this is the other thing though. He has a really good coach in Carroll, but their relationship has gone really, really bad.
Yeah,
'Cause did you
Pete
see
Carroll's like outdated.
I was about to say, well, not even that, but did you see
Oldest coach in the NFL.
report that? Did you see the report
yeah,
that
that is true.
came out about the game against Arizona?
No,
So right before the game against Arizona, remember when I'm pretty sure it's the one where DK hawked Buda Baker.
yeah.
I think that was the Thursday night game, wasn't
That
it?
was the first game of like the beginning of the downfall of the Seahawks.
Yeah, that was Thursday night game, right? I'm pretty sure. So before that game, if it wasn't that game, it was the other time that they played, obviously. But before one of the games against Cardinals, Russell Wilson went into a meeting with all the coaches and pretty much gave him a list of like ideas and plans that he has to fix the problems that they've been having on offense. So like plays, stuff like that. They completely like shut him down. Said no. Like didn't even look at him.
Didn't even look at Russell Wilson.
Nope. Like didn't even look at like they acknowledged him and said, "Yeah, we're not using any of that. Like we're not looking through it and don't worry." Like they pretty much hit like like you remember how like there was the whole like, oh, Tom Brady wants out of New England because Belichick won't let him like
Call his plays.
Yeah, that's pretty much what's happening in Seattle. Is like Russell Wilson wants to like be able to pull the strings a little bit more and like pull his own weight because I mean he's been in the league for so long.
But I say he
exactly
does, like whenever he's controlling that team, like that team does good when Russell Wilson's playing good.
Yeah,
like that's what I referred to when Pete Carroll's like outdated. He tries to run the ball.
Yeah,
with Rashad Penny and Chris Carson, who are literally hurt every other week.
So do you think that the Raiders would be a contender with Russell?
I mean,
there's a possibility.
Yeah, like maybe. Like I think they're more of a. I think he's more of a contender in Dallas because I mean he's got Zeke, Amari,
okay.
He's got D-Law.
What about New Orleans?
Yes.
That
roster's literally waiting for a quarterback to just take them back to the
I was about to say, but I was about to say, I also feel like that's depending on if Drew Brees retires too, because he still hasn't officially retired.
I don't think he's gonna call it quits.
You don't think so?
I think he has one more season. Like his next season is gonna be his farewell season.
I was about to say he has
because of the fans.
I was about to say he has that, and he has one more on his contract.
Yeah, so there you go.
That's gonna be so rough. Like I love Drew to death, but that's just a horrible idea in my opinion.
Yeah,
to play one more season.
Yeah.
Well, why would you want to go? Like personally, like why? Like if I was Drew, why would I go out on a COVID season?
That and so, you also got to think too
the greater cause. Why would I come back on a season to where I am hurt, washed, and I'm now going to just jeopardize my entire team because I individually just want to say what's up to some fans.
But you also
love of the game.
I was about to say that, and you also got to think.
But if you love the game, you're not going to take your team out of the playoffs.
He's not gonna take him out of the playoffs.
No, he's
still
not.
Drew Brees.
I mean, I was about to say there. What if he comes back and turns up though?
So look at Big Ben. Big Ben's half bionic.
I was about to say, so it's like
they don't have the defense.
It's not like he's coming back to a team that's not ready to win though. Like you said, they're a quarterback away. So if Drew Brees comes back and plays good, which obviously like he's gonna believe in himself. You know what I mean? He's not gonna sit there. He's not gonna sit there and be like, oh, I'm playing like shit. I'm gonna play like shit next year. I still don't think they had a
horrible season last year.
No, they didn't have a.
He just got injured a shit ton. I'm sorry for cutting you.
No, you're good. But I if you have the option for Russell Wilson.
Yeah,
and you have Drew Brees.
I agree.
It's like
I agree.
All accreditation, but it's like your ship's going to be sailed a little early, buddy. Like I'm sorry.
Okay, and then this is the one I saved the best for last, in my opinion, because obviously I want this one to work. But Russell Wilson to the Bears.
That's never going to happen.
You don't think so?
No way.
No, it could.
Nah.
It has just as much chance as.
Why the hell would he go to the Bears?
I mean, it's one of the teams that
They have another. It's another. All these teams have like one thing in common, except for Dallas. Dallas sometimes their defense sucks, but like they all have a good defense. Like Russell Wilson wants to go to a good defense again, like Legion of Boom.
Yeah.
I was about to say they're all like arguably a quarterback away. Like if the Bears have a good draft or good offseason, go get A-Rob back or go get a star receiver or something like that in the offseason.
Draft one.
And trade for Russ. Like then we draft O-line or get more O-line help because our O-line isn't. I was about to say our O-line isn't bad. I think our O-line would do a little bit better with a better quarterback because obviously a good quarterback will elevate your offensive play as a whole.
A quarterback that is used to improvising.
Exactly.
One of the best improvisers before Pat Mahomes came in.
Exactly. That, and I also think that would make Nagy's job a hell of a lot easier. Somebody who has had struggles.
Field
stuff
control,
like that.
Way more field control than Mitch Trubisky.
Well, that and I think that Russell would, just like Deshaun, would fit Nagy's scheme way better.
Any quarterback
as a whole,
you guys better
as a whole. But on top of it, like I said, it would make his job easier to where like those mistakes that like he makes a bad play call or something like that, Russ can sit there and be like, oh well, that's no like.
And
let's call an audible real quick.
I'll admit, with Nagy as compared to Sean Payton, it's a lot easier to walk up to Matt. Like, no disrespect to Matt Nagy.
Oh, 100%.
Like Russell Wilson can hit him with the I'd like to pull my strings here.
That's my point.
Would be more willing, and I think.
Yeah, that's my point, and that's what I'm saying. Like Nagy calls a bad play. Trubisky, I don't expect Trubisky to sit there and be like, oh, that's a bad call. Let me do this instead.
Heck no.
Russell,
Russell will be like, I'll take over next drive. And
exactly.
They'll probably score.
Yeah, exactly. That's my point. So it's like I would love to see Russell. I'm just same thing with the whole Deshaun thing. It's like I'd love to see Deshaun in Chicago, but at what cost though?
Russell, maybe it's a hot take. Russell Wilson's value, I believe, is lower.
Oh, 100%. 100% because I'm sure Seattle's.
Deshaun Watson.
I think Russell Wilson has less value, like trade value, than Deshaun
At the
Watson.
moment, yes. Just because of the fact
age is the biggest thing.
Well, not even that, but I think asking price for each team is going to be different. I think Houston's going to ask for more for Deshaun Watson than Seattle will for Russell Wilson.
That too.
Just because Houston does not want to let go of Deshaun.
Yeah, no,
if Seattle's been having problems with Russ since like last season or even longer and we haven't known, then like
I feel like Russell also with like age kind of goes backwards. I feel like with age, Russell's been more open to just kind of like, yo, we have problems. Let's stick it through, work it out.
I was about to say the last few years we've been almost every offseason for the last like 3 years we've been hearing rumors about, oh, Russell's going to go here. Russell's going to go there. Russell's going to leave.
Yeah.
Obviously then he signed an extension or signed a new contract or whatever it was a couple years ago.
They always managed to bring his ass back.
Yeah. But it's going to be very interesting. Out of those teams, what's the most likely for each of you?
Likely?
Yeah.
Honestly, I would love to see Russell Wilson on the Saints.
The Saints?
I would love that too, but I feel like the Cowboys is the most realistic in my opinion, just because of Dak's injury.
I think Chicago might be the most realistic just because I've seen that they've been super, 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 super persistent about it.
I don't know what you guys would give up for him, though.
That's what I'm afraid of. But I think that
Cleo Mack or something.
I think no. I think that the reason we're going to go so hard for Russell is because, like we just said, we realized that we can't go get Deshaun for a good price for us. Russell, there's more of a chance, and you're going to get arguably the same outcome for the next few years.
I mean,
at least.
in my opinion, Russell Wilson's MVP contender every single season.
Exactly.
For the Bears, Russell Wilson's better.
Yeah.
For you guys.
Exactly. That's my point.
Going to cost you guys less. He fits his standpoint of his career fits the standpoint of your guys' franchise right now.
Yeah.
Like, you guys need to win right now. Russell needs to win right now.
I was about to say, so like we've been seeing all the players, or a lot of the players from the Bears, sit there and tweet at him and all this stuff.
Post pictures.
And then like I said, there's a lot of reports that the Bears are the most like intent on like calling the Seahawks and telling them like, hey, listen, we want him. Like, we want him. We want him. We want him.
Not to keep on dragging football on, but did you see what Devontae Smith got asked?
Yeah. I honestly was a little surprised by that.
That scares me now going into the draft.
He said he would take Mac Jones. Granted, that might be recency bias, but like he said he would take Mac Jones over Tua.
Word. Well, I was watching I was watching a mock draft, and the people at NFL Network have you guys drafting the LSU wide receiver
Jamar Chase.
Mm-hmm. Saying that he's the best wide receiver in the draft.
It's arguable.
I was about to say, so like,
granted, people do like to immediately just go, oh, how the fuck do you not go to the Heisman winner? Oh, he had the most yards. Like, obviously, Devonta Smith.
They had Smith fall into the Vikings.
Yeah,
which I didn't like that because they're in the same conference as me. Obviously,
I see that a lot. I see Waddle as well, the other Alabama receiver going to us, and then Devonta going after us. I'm just sitting there like, like what? Like what?
Yeah,
saying he's not even the best receiver on his team?
Alabama. Yeah. And then I saw they had you guys at your other pick taking the Alabama running back.
But I believe a perfect draft for the Dolphins would be if we took Devonta Smith, obviously,
like the first one,
and if we move down. I know Najee Harris was talked about, and after the Senior Bowl, he picked up some hype. But personally, I want us to get Micah Parsons out of Penn State, the linebacker. I'm pretty sure top linebacker prospect in the draft. And then if he falls, might not fall. I highly doubt he will. Then pick up Najee Harris if he falls to our third pick in the draft. Because if not, we could use a running back probably more than a linebacker, but I would hate for us to pass on Micah Parsons, to be honest with you. Like, I don't know if you guys are caught up on college football prospects or anything.
I mean, I know who Micah Parsons is, obviously.
Yeah, let's say we need him with Jerome Baker.
I mean, it would be a nice matchup, definitely. But, I mean, I feel like we just need a lot of help on the offense right now. Because, like, if you look at our backs, like...
We don't have anybody. Jordan Howard got let go of.
Where they at, bro?
Raheem Mostert.
You said you want to try to get Micah with the second pick trading down, right?
No, like third overall, we take Devonta. And then 18.
And then the second pick in the first round.
Yeah,
right?
We take Micah.
Yeah, so good luck with that, because the people that I was watching that are with NFL Network have him predicted going 7 to the Lions.
Wow.
Fuck.
Yeah.
That's way earlier than I thought.
That's
I was about
that's
to
the
say.
like he has the talent to go there, but I will admit that's the
That's
highest
really
I've
high.
seen him go on a mock draft in my
I
opinion.
mean, I was about to say this is the most recent one. This is the one after like they re-updated it after the Carson to the Colts trade.
Yeah, so I guess people are hopping on his train because
Yeah.
I was seeing Micah hover south teens, north 20s.
Yeah, I was about to say it's going to be really interesting. But we can go ahead and get on over to the NBA world.
Hoops.
The NBA world. There's a lot of stuff going on in the NBA. We're around the midpoint of the season, right around the All-Star break. We're how long until the All-Star break?
All-Star break, I would say the captains were picked, so it's about 2 weeks.
I was about to say we only got a couple weeks. We can go ahead and get right into all of the All-Star snubs. Because there are a decent amount.
Before the All-Star snubs, this season is like
Zooming by.
zooming.
That what you were about to
and
say?
it's kind of like we called it to be weird. Like I remember a couple pods back, like I had the hot take of Brooklyn not being good. I didn't think it would be resulting in Boston not being in the fucking playoffs. Like I didn't. I said the Raptors weren't gonna be, and I mean they're at 8th seed. So like, but Boston is negative.
People are calling for
and 17 is Boston.
People
right
are
now.
calling for Stevens' job.
Brad Stevens.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is actually, I don't know. I don't think they need to blow it up. Like before I say fuck Brad Stevens, I don't want to say fuck Brad Stevens. I think he's a good coach personally. I don't want to say it's Kemba Walker, but I think it's the fact that they don't have a playmaker.
Word.
They don't have anybody to orchestrate.
So like pretty
Everybody.
much, pretty much.
Star, dude.
I was about to say. So correct me correct me if I'm wrong. So pretty much, what happened when Kemba Walker was in Charlotte is now happening in Boston.
In a sense, yeah, but Charlotte was just bad. Like
I was about to say
Charlotte
just with a
sucked.
better team.
Like right now, if you replaced, I was literally thinking about this in my head because I always like, oh, what if this person gets traded? Like while I'm just driving and bored.
Yeah.
I was sitting there and I was like, what if Kyle Lowry?
Well, he's there. I was about to say there's trade rumors for him right now.
Kyle
too.
Lowry on Boston, that's a scary fucking team.
I was about to say, I don't want to think about that.
You have Kyle, Marcus, Jalen, Jason Tatum, and then Daniel Tice. All right, Daniel Tice, like, all respect to him, but like that's a defensive team. Like that team is
gritty.
That team's gonna be scary in a 7-game. Like I would legitimately feel intimidated if we had to play them in the first round.
That's why I don't want to think about that.
But we never will now.
About to say if we don't get Kyle Lowry, which I don't see why we would. Really,
makes no. As much as I would love for him to be there, he would just be a little bit better version of Goran Dragic.
Exactly.
I wouldn't want
send him
Kyle
to the
Lowry.
West. I don't really want to think about Kyle Lowry in Boston. Just send him to the West if he doesn't come down to Miami. Like
He's not going to come down to Miami.
Send him to the West, which I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I mean it doesn't make sense for him
No,
or for us. Really.
No, exactly.
But yeah, I wouldn't want him in the
Where
East anyway.
where could we see him going though?
Kyle,
Yeah.
or who could fix Boston's problems?
We'll start with Boston. We'll get that out of the way, and then we'll go to Kyle.
That's a match in heaven.
Yeah.
I feel like that would fix Kyle's problems, and that'd fix Boston's problems. Because
Word.
Kyle doesn't need to score.
Yeah.
Kyle is okay with being Patrick Beverly, like just being an annoyance and just doing all the bullshit that Jason Tatum's like pretty boy all-star ass doesn't want to do.
Yeah. What about you, Ty?
Send him back to the Raptors.
He's in Toronto right now.
Keep him there.
Oh,
Don't get rid of him.
word.
I'd say like honestly, like the best fit, from my opinion, would just be stay on the Raptors.
Okay, word. I was about to say I kind of agree with you. I think that Boston's probably the best chance or best situation for both sides.
he would have-
Unfortunately,
yes,
yeah.
but I don't want that to happen.
I
so
don't
keep him on
want
the
that to
Raptors.
happen either. Let's pick a random West team.
He'd have the Mike Conley effect.
Yeah.
That Mike Conley now.
Bro, send
has
him
on
down
the
to Houston,
Jazz.
bro. Just send him down to Houston.
What the fuck? That'd
I
be
don't know.
such a random one. That'd be so random. That'd just be like, yo, screw you.
Hey, bro,
just put him on the
it gets
Lakers.
them out of the East, bro. Nah. We ain't trying to make the Lakers any better than they already are, which they've been having troubles lately, actually.
Yeah,
Regular
without, ever
season.
since AD went down.
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
regular
they
season.
haven't won a game though, or they're 1-5.
Still doesn't matter, bro. It's regular season.
So I say that's what everybody's saying though. Anytime you like ask, oh well, what about the nope, just wait till the playoffs.
Yep. mad to say. I was last year. Oh, bro, they're trashing. They're crapping the bed right now. Oh, and then postseason came up.
Yeah, but
And
It's a different game.
I went super quiet.
Regular season don't matter.
It does not matter.
As soon as the playoffs start, as long as you make the playoffs.
Yeah, that's all that matters. As long as they make the playoffs, they're fine.
the way I look at it is, you think LeBron and AD are fine if they have to go through like the Mount Kilimanjaro of Clippers, Jazz.
I was about to say, what about Utah though? Utah's been going insane.
Yeah,
I was about to say
Utah smacked them.
I was about to say they have the best record in the West, if not the league, right? It is in the league. Okay, word.
By like 3
I don't
games.
know what the hell's going on in Utah, but
They've been
Jordan
taking
Clarkson.
off. They've been taking off, bro.
Yeah, like it's scary to think like a Lakers team that's going to be bringing things back together would have to pretend, like if that was the thing, if they keep losing like they are, they'll have to play LA and Utah in the same go to then probably meet Brooklyn in the finals.
Yeah.
what did you just say?
To probably meet Brooklyn in the finals.
That's super weird. It's
Yeah.
so crazy because when I said, KD's on the KD's healthy. James Harden. Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Brooklyn's gonna be a top seed and go to the finals.
Hey, nah, bro.
That's so
The
nuts.
Heat are still going to the finals, dog. What you
I
talking about?
don't know if I called them going to the finals, but I said that they're going to be a top seed.
Yeah.
Yeah, the impossible happened in Kyrie Irving.
I know what you mean. You're like, hell no, that's going to be trash.
Hey, bro, Kyrie Irving finally swallowed his fucking ego with this chakra bullshit that he's on. All these sages he's lighting finally got his lanes fixed.
Another ring on Katie's finger wouldn't look too bad.
So moving on to the All-Star game.
Uh-huh.
Who do you guys think got snubbed from A, the selections, and then B, from the starters?
Biggest starter snub, Dame.
Yeah,
Dame
I
over
agree.
Luka.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Dame over Luka.
Yeah.
No disrespect to Luka.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Luka's phenomenal,
And then-
but Dame's just
better right now.
Dame's
And then
Dame time.
who do you think got snubbed from the game itself, from the weekend itself?
Jimmy Butler. Actually, injuries.
Yeah,
Too many injuries.
Yeah.
yeah.
Maybe bias, but Bam, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Bam and
Trae Young.
Bam and Sabonis.
Word.
It's so crazy because Trey has so much hype around him.
Yeah.
Like I'm shocked he didn't make it.
So my thing with Trae.
He's overhyped.
No.
Yeah, what?
He needs someone to orchestrate him. He can't
Luka
be
and Trey
the
Young are overhyped, in my opinion.
wow.
They're amazing. They have way too much hype.
I mean, damn, Luka's good though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like people hype up like Luka and Trey as if they're like the next LeBrons. Like
I mean, Luka.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I see what you
The
mean.
hype's too hot.
Luka was third
They deserve hype.
in MVP finalist though. Was like fourth in MVP race.
Yeah, I mean he's a phenomenal player. Like, don't get me wrong.
But
But, like,
you think
hype is-
overhyped?
Yeah.
I mean, you don't think it's the Mavs then? You think it's Luka?
What do you mean by that?
Like by overhyped, like I'm trying to
An
grasp it
individual player, like his name is like on a way too high of a pedestal for him.
as compared to like what he's getting accomplished.
Yes.
That's what I mean. Like, do you think it's the Mavs' fault that that's happening, or you think it's because of Luka?
No, just like the player he is. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, he'll go out and he'll drop a triple double or perform
Yeah.
the same. But what? Like, his hype is just insane. Like,
But I say people are acting like
he's
he's
gonna be the next
breaking
LeBron
records.
or,
Like
yeah,
when
yeah.
it's said and done, he's going to be the GOAT, like undenied.
that's what I'm saying.
Nah, not the go.
That's Tyler's point. I think.
Yeah,
I
he
think
has a really
Tyler's
good
saying that
shot.
like
People-
there's a lot of people that are sitting there saying that that's exactly what's going to happen, no doubt. Blah blah blah.
No,
but
he's an all-star right now. He's all NBA first team.
Like,
material.
Luka's rookie cards are going for like the same amount as like damn well near LeBron's rookies right now. Which is like insane.
Is he on
Yeah.
the like echelon of LeBron? No. Like, no.
That's what I'm saying.
There's definitely levels
People
to
are
this
like,
shit.
oh, LeBron James, Luka. I'm like, no.
so like going into like how do you think that like the NBA should go about trying to fix that problem
Of
With
snubs?
what? Snubs?
of snubs?
There's just not enough spots.
You think that that's what it is?
I just
you don't
literally-
think it's the fact that it's a fan vote?
I mean, who...
I like the fan vote.
Yeah, like who... I mean,
I
it's
do
a mix,
too,
it's
but
a mixture.
I do too, but it just becomes a popularity contest.
I mean, it's all any All-Star game really ever is.
Not when it's not fan voted though.
But what I mean is like you're gonna get the popular players anyways.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. But like my point, like if it was purely off stats and if it was purely like off of like who's playing better at that time, and like you pull in the fact that like, oh, this player's doing this with this
What was
team.
Charles Barkley saying? he was saying like, oh, it's not AD. AD's not having an All-Star season right now. It should be. He wanted Jordan Clarkson as an All-Star.
All right, like that would work if like the definition of what an all-star should be is like enforced, like like the best players
from that season
right now.
I was about to say, see, that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah,
was saying.
where it's like since it's a fan vote, you'll get fans, especially younger kids too.
Right,
you'll get younger kids that'll hop on and be like, okay, I know who this is, I know who that is. That's how you have people like Alex Caruso in the All-Star game.
That was the Zaza rule. I know that's gonna sound super out of context, but like that's why the Zaza Pachulia rule was in place, because when the year that the Warriors were really good and they went 73-9, they had Zaza Pachulia as their center, and he almost started at the All-Star game, but the NBA was just like, listen, y'all are good, y'all have great players, but like it was pretty much like Adam Silver just came out and we were like, everyone knows that Zaza is not an all-star.
But that's
like, like this
exactly.
is bullshit. Like
exactly.
And they didn't give him the nod.
Word.
Like that's why, and then they instated the rule to where I don't think we'll have something to where like only the fan vote, like the Taco Fall incident.
Yeah.
Like I don't think that'll ever happen. Like I don't think Taco Fall's gonna ever be an all-star. I don't think these like memes are gonna ever be all-stars ever since that rule.
Yeah.
But you see it in the starters.
Yeah.
Like how James Harden's not a starter and Kyrie, I'm pretty sure, is, when James Harden's leading the league in assists and Kyrie is, no discredit, but he like essentially is the third option.
It's fallen off the face of the planet and now it's finally came back.
He
was out
like
all
I
the
said,
season
well, like I said, like he got his ego stuff like all situated. Like he's finally not
towards LeBron.
Yeah, I don't.
Him and LeBron are beefing.
Yeah, I don't know why he hates LeBron now, but
because he found KD.
I mean, yeah, but that's what I mean. Like Kyrie finally got his like mental shit,
Kyrie's
like, all
finally
situated.
Happy.
Yeah, like he's
now
finally
he's just letting
happy.
all his anger out.
Because like it doesn't make sense though. Even though he's in a worse scenario than he was in Cleveland 4 years ago. Like now he's the third option instead of the second.
Yeah, but he feels welcomed. Like you know what I mean?
Definitely.
It's like I feel like I mean I'm speaking for Kyrie, but I feel like he felt overshadowed playing next to LeBron. It's like he doesn't feel that same way with KD and James Harden.
Because KD isn't like as respected as KD is. Not everyone looks at KD and goes, "That's the GOAT."
Right.
Like he's not playing with the GOAT.
I saw these weird things like NBA fans need to like accept that like KD will never be a Hall of Famer. I saw that, I was like,
okay.
Oh no, sorry. KD will never. No, yeah, it was Hall of Famer. I was like, yeah, you're tweaking.
No, what the fuck?
Yeah, he'll be a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, what the 3 rings? Three rings, regardless how he won them, and an MVP on 50, 40, 90.
This is why you can't look at sports stuff on TikTok.
Yeah.
That kind of made me mad personally.
No. Yeah.
But what I'm saying is like KD's more quiet on the court. Like he's not sitting there like, you know, in the ref's ear or like taking like a lead role like in the like, you know what I mean? He's more of a just like kept to himself player. You know, now off the court on social media is completely different. But like what I'm saying is like I feel like him and Kyrie gel more.
Well, that's what happens when you have like a score.
Yeah.
Like when you have a score, it's not orchestrated through them. That's what surprised me when Kyrie was just like, when Kyrie even said it, he was like, nah, James is the point guard here. I'm the shooting guard. That was the thing that I thought wouldn't happen and would be the reason why they weren't going to be good.
Which I'm not shocked about.
Like they essentially
James
just
Harden
flipped positions.
Is way more ball dominant than Kyrie.
There's 2 ways you can look at that. Like play style, I would say it's Kyrie, because Kyrie goes nothing but ISO. Like Kyrie can't do anything else besides that, in my opinion. Like I don't mean to say he's like a one-dimensional guy.
Get to the basket.
But James Harden requires the ball more because he's essentially a point guard.
That's what
that's what I didn't think was going to happen.
James Harden is a better point guard than Kyrie Irving.
No, everyone. I knew that. Everyone knew that. It was just whether Kyrie was going to say what he did. And it was like, nah, James is point, I'm the 2.
It makes sense, though.
Yeah.
Like it did, but I didn't think Kyrie was going to light a sage and have that epiphany that he needed to do that, to be honest, because he did. And that's why they're like, but they went from 5 games back to the first seed to now they're a half game back. Like ever since Kyrie literally,
take the first seed.
They're going to. I think they're going to.
Yeah, probably.
After he said that, after Kyrie literally said, "Oh yeah, no, James Harden's point guard," I don't think they've lost a game.
Dude, and that's with
I don't
people.
know.
That's with like KD being out.
I was about to
That's
say,
with,
and
bro,
they're
and
winning. Like they might be losing against shit teams, but they're winning against all the good teams.
they haven't been full strength.
I was about to say, I think they.
9-1.
I was about to say, I think they only have like 4 losses against teams that are above 500.
They're 9-1 against like the top 6 seeds.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah. So it's like they're playing the games. They're winning the games that matter. They're beating the teams that are like you're gonna see later on. So going forward towards like the end of the season and stuff. At the moment, if the season were to stop right now, who would be MVP?
Joel Embiid.
Yeah.
Dude, so far as of right, like we're speaking right now.
Yeah. Like today, like tomorrow's the last game of the season.
Joel Embiid, he's averaging 30, 15, and 3.
That is
shooting
insane.
almost 40% from 3 as a center. The Sixers went from they're gonna blow it up to the first seed.
Yeah.
And all they added was Seth Curry and Dwight Howard.
Yeah, Danny Green.
They added rotation guys.
Yeah.
And they're now in like Joel Embiid looks like Shaq. Like he's putting up dominant like center that's gonna lead your team to the finals type numbers, even though he won't lead them to the finals.
Yeah.
I don't think he will.
Tyler, who you got?
After that, I agree.
Like
Yeah, who'd you have
I mean,
before that?
I'll just say LeBron.
I would have said LeBron
Yeah.
until AD went down. Like
Yeah,
what
Yeah.
what would have solidified it is if LeBron could
were to continue. Yeah,
because I said it off pod. I was like, damn, the Lakers are hitting these clutch threes over these sorry teams in overtime.
I was
It's
gonna
also
say,
LeBron's just getting older. Like people are like starting he's playing full length games
Still,
every
Yeah.
single night.
but it was more so. I was looking
Carmelo
at it,
Anthony has played 336 less games than LeBron James from the same draft class.
and Carmelo is also playing probably like 10 minutes a game.
That's what I mean.
Less right now.
336 less games. Same draft class.
yeah.
LeBron's in.
Well, I was about to say he was also out for a whole season, wasn't he? Like
Yeah.
not with a team,
Carmelo was out for
like for a couple seasons.
100
right?
games. I
was
would
about to say,
like
so yeah.
100 of those are
That's
free
still
agency.
nuts. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Same draft class. Wade's retired. It's like, and now here's LeBron. Like, I hate LeBron, but like I'm here backing him. Who's playing every night, all night.
Yeah,
Like
no, it's
people,
insane.
like, you know what I mean?
It's insane.
It's like it makes sense. Like he's not like he can't perform at like 120% every night.
Yeah.
because his back still hurts from the night before.
I would have given it to him. I would have given it to him because it felt like he was carrying them until AD went down. Like it felt like he was hitting clutch shots, setting up the clutch. But the moment AD goes down, he just kind of like folds. Like he's stepping it up on defense, but then he's had 2 clutch opportunities and then he clunked them both. So it's
tired.
It's like
He needs
that,
some
that's what
rest.
I mean. Like the fact that AD's not there, it shows that LeBron aged a little bit. So like I don't think I can give him the MVP.
Naturally, it's like people are saying like, "Oh, LeBron's getting washed." It's like,
Yeah.
nah, it's just he's just tired.
Yeah, like his stats
he's
aren't
not
good.
20. Like
His stats aren't good, but if AD was healthy, I'd still think he was an MVP.
Yeah.
Honestly,
no,
like
definitely.
the way
I didn't know Joel Embiid's stats were like that.
Oh, look!
I honestly-
After the pod, literally looked them up. Like I'm pretty sure it's like 29.5 points, 13 rebounds, 3 assists, and he's shooting insane from 3.
That's crazy.
Like he dropped 50 twice this year already.
Yeah.
like he's going the fuck off.
So I'm gonna be the one oddball. I'm gonna be the one to say somebody else
Good.
about Harden.
Nah,
No.
You don't think so? You don't think he'll get it?
an MVP has to be leading a team, in my opinion.
Yeah, like
I was
that's
about to say,
that's
his numbers
that's a
are
Curry,
insane.
That's a Curry Durant thing. Like when
Yeah.
Durant and Curry were together and they were averaging very close numbers.
Yeah.
It's like Harden's averaging like 23 and 11, which is
20,
insane.
yeah, 24-11
Yeah, like
and 7, I think.
yeah, like that's insane.
And he's
numbers.
shooting at 43% from 3.
That's pretty damn good.
I was about to say it's really fucking good.
It depends where Brooklyn finishes. If
Word.
Brooklyn takes Philly, which I think they will,
Yeah.
then that opens things up. But if
Okay.
Philly finishes 1 seed,
Yeah.
I see it so hard going to anybody
Yeah.
else. Like you have,
Yeah.
like it's the next true center back to post playing center to lead his team finally since Dwight Howard 13 years before.
Yeah. I was about to say I won't be surprised if it goes to Joel. Especially like I said, if it were to, like I said earlier, end today.
Yeah,
Like
no,
if it were to be over today. Yeah.
I can see your point with James though, 100%. Like
Yeah.
a month from now, I feel like people's opinions will be different.
I was about to say I feel like at the end of the season, if he keeps on going the way he is, he'll probably win it. But anyways, I feel like that is about it for today.
Sorry, guys.
No. So for you guys listening at home, we really appreciate you. For you guys watching at home, we really appreciate you also. If you haven't already, go ahead and check us out on Instagram at slice.fl for our main page and the Slice Show podcast for our podcast page. It's been good. You guys, see you later.
Deuces. Peace.